Hello, today we're going to talk about writing paragraphs. It'll be a nice review and make sure that we can all be on the same page about what is included and how we need to write the best paragraph possible. Okay, so the first thing we need to ask ourselves is what is a paragraph? And I know that you guys have been in school for a long time, but sometimes it's good for a refresher. So a paragraph is a group of sentences that tells about a subject or area. Each sentence in the paragraph must give information about the topic. Okay, now this is the thing that a lot of people forget because they start to write a paragraph and then they get sidetracked and they start writing about different things. We need to make sure that when we're writing paragraphs, we stick to one topic only. Now there's multiple reasons to write a paragraph. You can write a paragraph to describe something, to tell a story, to explain something, or to persuade somebody to do something. Now this is key, so make sure that you get this in your notes and pause this recording anytime that you need to jot things down. There are three parts to a paragraph. The first part is the topic sentence. The topic sentence is the main sentence in the paragraph because it states the main idea. It tells the reader what the paragraph is going to be about. And a good topic sentence does two things. It names the subject and it gives the focus or the main point. For example, a subject could be Egypt and the main focus could be religion. So the religion that is practiced in Egypt. Okay? And we're going to get more into that in an example paragraph in just a second. The second important piece of a paragraph are supporting details. These are sentences that are connected to the main idea. So if you were writing about religion in Egypt, you wouldn't start talking about Pokemon Go. You need to make sure that you have all the same information in the same paragraph that relates to the topic sentence. So these supporting details include information or details that the reader needs in order to understand the topic. Sentences should be ordered in the best possible way. And there are three main ways to do this. You can organize things by time, by location, or by importance. So let's say that you were writing about, the main sentence of your paragraph was, it is very easy to get ready to go to school when you attend virtually. So if that's my topic sentence, I know that my paragraph's going to be about how easy it is to get ready for school. So in my head, the best way to do that would be kind of organizing it by time. First, you get up, you brush your teeth, you eat some cereal, and you sit down at the computer. So there's not a whole lot of fuss like there was for brick and mortar kids, right? Now, if you chose to go by location, that would be a little odd. Well, first you wake up in your bedroom and then you wander out to the kitchen. That becomes a little bit ridiculous. Order of importance, I mean, in this case, with that kind of a topic about getting ready for school, I mean, they kind of happen in a time organizational fashion. So really, importance doesn't work there, okay? And we'll talk a lot about those different ways to organize the main ideas in later lessons. Finally, there's a closing statement, and the closing statement sums up the paragraph's message, and it reminds the reader what that message was about. Now we're going to look at an example here, okay? I want you to look specifically at the parts of the paragraph that are labeled. All right, and we're going back to Egypt and the religions. The ancient Egyptians believed in many different gods and goddesses, and each one had their own role to play in maintaining peace and harmony across the land. Some gods and goddesses took part in creation. Other gods and goddesses brought the flood every year. Some offered protection, and some took care of the people after they died. Egyptians had local gods who represented towns and minor gods who represented plants or animals. The ancient Egyptians believed that it was important to recognize and worship these gods and goddesses so that the life continued smoothly. All right, so our topic sentence is about all of the different gods and the roles that they played in maintaining peace and harmony. So then you should notice that in these details, it gave us specific information about what the gods did. And then that closing statement reminded us about what our paragraph was about. Think of a good topic sentence for this set of details. So we're reading and we see these details. Penguin moms lay the eggs and afterwards leave to get food for 2 months. Penguin dads incubate the egg until it hatches. They take turns caring for their chick and feeding in the sea. Once the egg hatches, the young stay sheltered in the pouch of the mother while the father brings food. So if we got all of those supporting details, what do you think you could write for a topic sentence? I want you to take a second and pause the recording and write down what you think a good topic sentence would be for all of those supporting details. Okay, here are some examples that students have come up with in the past of what a topic sentence might be like for those details about penguins. The first one, mother and father penguins both take care of their young. And every one of those supporting sentences goes with that topic sentence. Very good. Mother and father penguins play a very important role in raising their young. Also a great sentence. Penguin moms and dads are very good parents. Penguin parents are very protective of their young, and I will show you how. Okay, so I like all of those. I have to say that as high school students, we're going to start taking personal pronouns like I, me, and we out of our writing. Unless I specifically ask you to use it, we're going to start kind of weaning that out of our writing so that we look more objective, so that it looks like we've researched things instead of it's all an opinion. Okay, so here's a topic sentence. Arizona has been thinking about extending the school year from May to June, but I think they should not extend the school year. All right, so when you look at that topic sentence, there are some details that you probably are going, okay, they're probably going to tell me about this, this, and this next, because that's a pretty loaded topic sentence. If I saw that, even as a teacher, and I saw that they wanted to extend the school year into June, I would have lots of questions, okay, and things that I would expect the writer to tell me. So here are some things that they might explain. Why Arizona is extending the school year, when they plan to extend the school year, is it 2016, is it 2017, and reasons why it's a bad idea. Now let's go back and look at the topic sentence again. Arizona has been thinking about extending the school year from May to June, but I think that they should not extend the school year. Okay, because we have that opinion in the topic sentence, this is important, the reasons why it's a bad idea, okay? So again, all of those supporting sentences have to relate to the topic sentence of a paragraph. Okay, so now we are back to Egypt as our topic. And let's read this paragraph together. Egypt is most famous for their pyramids. There are over 100 pyramids in Egypt, but that information is unknown to many people. The most popular and well-known pyramids are the pyramids of Giza. These are located in Cairo. Pyramids were tombs for pharaohs. To complete the pyramids, workers hauled and lifted millions of limestone blocks that weighed an average of 2.5 tons each. They didn't have iron tools or wheeled vehicles. The workers carried each stone by hand, pulled them on sleds, and lifted them up mud ramps to be placed on slowly rising structures. Wow. So the question is, what do you think a closing statement would be for this paragraph? Now, we can see that this sentence right here is the topic sentence. And we know that for a closing statement, it needs to kind of echo that topic sentence. It can't be the exact same thing because that would be repetitive, but it needs to remind the reader about what the paragraph was about. So let's look at a couple of sentences that students came up with to end this paragraph. Now we are glad that Egyptians worked so hard so that we can admire the beauty. Or, the pyramids have been standing in Egypt for a long time and they will stand for people to see. Or, you can see why the Egyptian would be proud of all this hard work. Or finally, we hope that someday scientists will be able, pardon my typo, to figure out how Egyptians built these ancient structures. Okay, all of those are fantastic ways to close that paragraph. Last but not least, what we're going to talk about in this paragraph introduction are transitions. Transitions help your paragraph kind of flow together. So if you have, if you're trying to explain to someone how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, your introductory sentence or your topic sentence would be, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is easy. First, now the word first is a transition word, okay? First, you need to get out the bread, the peanut butter, and the jelly. Second, you need to, okay, so those are step words like first, second, third, fourth, and finally. These are some other transitions that I know that you guys have seen before, and they are fantastic to help you as you're writing your paragraph. And we will talk more about transitions in our later lessons. The next thing you have to do is take your quiz over today's assignment. Let me know if you have any questions.